Now, in terms of allowing creativity to come into, for instance, schools and university, what kind of programs do you think could help that, initiate that kind of...
Well, obviously, you can't teach creativity. There may be certain things you can do to encourage it, but it's not something for which there is a curriculum. So I think we've got our traditional curriculum where we teach people knowledge about society and nature, how it works, and we're constantly developing new concepts and new understandings of how the world works. That's what we'd call perhaps knowledge and science. But I think where creativity comes in is, first of all, ensuring that students are not just getting an education in that narrow sense, but they're encouraged to get involved in issues. They're encouraged to get involved in bigger questions in terms of the fate of the planet and how things are going and how we can help. Because when we confront an issue, personally, it's never quite the same as what we might read in the textbook. And so we're learning how ideas and reality can work together. So I think getting as many students as possible out into the world and regarding that as just as important for their education as what they do in the classroom. I think that is very important. Secondly, of course, in the education process itself in the classroom, clearly we want to encourage critical thinking. Obviously there's a certain understanding about how the world works, but we need the critics in there too saying, well, we do think it's like that, but there is another way of looking at it. And so to encourage critical thinking within education so that people tuned up to solving problems that may be completely new and for which there's no reference points. But unless the mind is thinking critically, those issues won't be able to be addressed. So I guess they're the two things I'd say. One, getting students out into the community where things are changing, where the world is subject to all sorts of new influences, so that they can see how ideas and reality are constantly interrelating with each other. And it's not just a case of going from the idea to the reality. And secondly, I think encouraging critical thinking within our institutions, our educational institutions, so students are geared up when they go into the workplace to thinking about how things might be improved through a creative readjustment of the processes or through a new way of imagining the way we do things.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for that.